an evening edition. Well, for you, it'll be daytime. Unless, of course, you're listening to this at night. Then for you, it'll be nighttime. But welcome to an evening edition of High and Empowered. Yes, we are high, but we are here to empower not just ourselves, but each other. We are here to change the ripple in the pond. We are here to create the frequency and the vibe that we can push out to everybody else so that in unity, we come together on an even playing field, on a frequency there to help each other, to bring each other up, to I guess to preach the benefits of love and openness and, well, friendship. So tonight we're talking about customer service. I know, what a weird way to bring that in. High and empowered, talking about customer service. Why are we talking customer service? Well, we'll get to it. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to talk about the future of how customer service is going to evolve, especially now with chatbots and AI. You don't even know if you're talking to anybody real anymore. I mean, so my subject matter expert for the evening, going to have him introduce himself. Welcome, Brandon.
Hi, I am Brandon Johnson. I met Oren actually a while back at a grand opening, and we started kicking it off. We started talking about cannabis terpenes, and there's not a lot of people that really would get on that topic with me. So he and me just started talking, and he asked me my favorite strand at that dispensary that day, and I told him what it was, and he asked me why it was, and I told him the terpene profile, and we started off there, and he got me a job with Air after that. And he just said, hey, this guy knows his stuff, and because of that, he got me in, and that was my first, my foot into the industry. Before that, I grew for Cure Leaf, but that was before COVID. So that was before everything, got pretty fucked.
We're going to talk about COVID tonight too. COVID changed everything, not just for people in the industry, but for tonight's topic, customer service. And you've been a customer service person most of your life, yes?
100%. My whole life. Actually, I started bussing at one of my parents' friends' restaurants when I was 13 years old. I was, I think, still in 6th grade probably, and then I've been in it ever since. I've been everywhere from busser, server, bartender, to bud tender, to hotel cook, chef, server, bartender, banquet captain, all of it.
But that's what makes you that's what makes people the best customer service, though, when those people who could be in a little bit of everything, those people who can see how it is to live in other people's shoes. I mean, look, that's where I consider myself a customer service expert, because I put myself in the place where the customer is coming from. I've been there not only as the customer, but as the worker, as the employee. I've been on both sides in any field. And I bring that with me wherever I go. I bring with me a positivity for customer service, a troubleshooting that is beyond, compare. I do this because I've learned through the years how important customer service is for the longevity of a business, for the authenticity of a business. But right now, customer service is not very authentic. So you've been in customer service your whole life.
Yes.
And I guess in that, now wait, before we go running into that, before we jump into the depths of customer service and our topic around it, tonight I would like to mention what I'm going to be starting off first with. I'm going to be getting to the unicorn meat in a little while. The unicorn meat is a crumble. I love crumble. Crumble is delicious, great terpene profiles in it. It dissolves well in my Puffco proxy. And again, Puffco is not supporting me in any way, shape, or form. I think it would be great if they pay attention to my podcast and be like, yeah, we should support him, but they don't. But I still love the product. That's a big deal, especially when you love a product so much and you're willing to mention it almost every single show. Only because I'm using it. So we're going to be using that tonight with a little bit of unicorn meat crumble, just super delicious. But we're going to start my smoke session. What are you smoking tonight, by the way?
Actually, I am smoking on something from Goldflower. Actually,
Are
I'm
you really?
smoking, yes, some s'mores, some K s'mores tonight.
Shut up.
Yes, and
I've got some Mount Hood Magic tonight from
I've
Goldflower.
been wanting to try that one. I told you that the other day. I can't wait.
Yes.
Um,
I went and picked it up specifically because you said you wanted to try it. And, you know, I want to smoke it for you. No, I mean, like, I want you to be, whatever you're smoking tonight, I want you to be able to smoke that and live vicariously through your smoke, through my smoke.
yes,
You're going to have to
100%.
try this Mount Hood Magic. No, this is delicious.
Yeah,
I already tried
I
it,
get paid this week,
but
so believe me. Yes, I will be
oh,
grabbing
yeah,
it.
no. That's a hard thing. Look, cannabis industry, affordability, that's tough. Right now, especially that look, you shop at people that have specials and deals.
You
The
have to.
problem is you pay for what you get. You pay for
Yes,
what you get.
yes, you
I
do.
smoke more of the bad shit or my cheap shit. I'll smoke more of it. And then my
Yeah,
throat is harsh. I get headaches. I'm just smoking too much just to be able to get the same high or the same taste from something that costs just a little bit more.
you're
So when
right,
you look at
100.
quality,
I haven't. I don't think I've before I tried Goldflower. I don't think I've shot, and I'm not just saying this, just because of the Goldflower thing, but I'm saying before I tried Goldflower, I would shop, flowery, even cookies. I stopped shopping at Jungle Boys a while ago, and I just had a personal
how could
experience
you do cookies? You are a man who has to live on a budget. How the fuck can you shop cookies? I'm
because
serious.
let me. No,
Shit's
I'm gonna tell you
expensive. I mean,
because listen, I'm gonna tell you the past 3 months they've dropped their prices. They have $25 ace now. They had Madison Square Gumbo at $25 at 4.1 terps, and it was the
but I've
tasty.
noticed a lot of brands have to. I've been trying to drop their prices. They're
Yes, they
drop, but you
have
know what?
to. See, now they have a
But you know what else is
$300
dropping
heavies.
though?
What?
Yeah, but you know what else is dropping though?
What?
Quality.
Oh, 100%.
Quality. Look,
But
Rohel. Look. I'm not going to push out certain names, but certain big players have
I
gone
know you're,
from
yes, yes, I know what you're
fantastic,
talking about. The MP. Yeah, I know.
and then now it's like, what is this? What am
Yep.
I smoking? I'm not paying $60, $78 an eighth.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know what
tell
the
you
hell they're smoking.
Truly's. I'm going to tell you Truly's roll one, $20 ace. I've been smoking the fuck out of those. Excuse my language. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here or not. But dude, look, I got one right here. Called it's called Pasatelio, and I'm not a sativa fan, but it's strawberry guava, and I forget what else it is, but it's 3.8 terps in this thing, and it's 27%.
Actually, yeah, no. Look, terps are so important. 3.8%
Yeah,
natural.
and
That's a
all
big
their
deal.
roll one flowers 20 per. I mean, it's all $20.
Yeah,
They're
but my
actually
biggest problem is I can't shop there. I
I
won't see
I
my
don't like
big
it either,
deal.
but it's affordable. I can get a couple
What? No,
aces.
no, it is. But look at this. Look, Goldflower. I got the G8s at $15 an eighth. I got the Emerald Apricot, which is an incredible sativa. I
Dude, I
got
want to
that. I
try
think it
that
came out
one.
to like $17 an eighth. Look, the more
How's
you
the
buy, the cheaper it
electrolytes?
is.
How's the electrolytes?
Oh,
Dude, I know you smoke
fantastic.
that. I know you smoke it. I want to try it. I want to try it. That shit's got to
No,
be
this
pretty
Mountain Hood
heavy.
Magic is magic.
Is it? Yeah.
So, I mean, for a sativa, it's incredibly smooth.
Well, we got to get
I mean,
together soon anyway
I'm taking
and
pretty big
smoke.
hits, and even with my pretty big hits, it's still, and there I go coughing. It's
Yeah.
still relatively smooth.
Yeah.
So, just so everybody knows, tonight I'm smoking a joint. Those of you that can't see me and are listening on Spotify or any other, listen only network, which I guess that's what most podcasts are. Whatever. Whatever. But it's a
Oh,
video podcast
yeah,
and a
baby.
podcast podcast. So I'm smoking a beautiful pre-roll, a hand roll that I pre-rolled before the show started, of the Mountain Hood Magic. Actually, I rolled 3 of them because I figured I'm just going to smoke through 3 of them tonight.
Damn, I
Or
should have
when they
showed
get
up
too
to your
low,
house.
I'm just going to put them down and then light up another one.
There
This
you go.
way, See? And then later I'll open them up and I'll put them in a pipe and just enjoy it from there as well.
Yeah,
I see you got the bong out over there.
that's
By the
all
way,
I got right
everybody,
now, man.
well, hey,
I got
everybody,
some.
welcome to the show because this is what it is. We're smoking together. We're getting
Absolutely.
together. This is our opportunity to just relax. And here's Brandon with the big old bong. He's like, yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here with the bong. Actually, it's okay because if I had one on me, actually I do, but I don't want to make it dirty. It's a giveaway. I'm going to be doing a large giveaway on our next live. So obviously not this one, pre-recorded, but our next live podcast. I'll be putting out the sweepstakes for like a gravitron, a medium gravitron, not a very big one, but a medium one. So wait, what are you smoking on right now? What'd you throw inside the bong?
The K S'mores from Goldflower. I've been ordering delivery from them a lot lately. I love them. They're probably one of my favorite flower places. The Runts. I haven't tried any of the new drops, so I haven't ordered in about a week and a half. So I haven't tried any of the new drops. I want to try the Cadillac belts that they have or something like that.
There's a Cadillac Rainbow, and then I saw that there was a White Runts something at 3.2.
The one that you just told me about, dude. The Runts one, yeah, dude. Chrome Runts or something like that. That shit looks amazing. I'm a Runt fanatic, so I love Runts. If I could be a strain, it would probably be Runts, dude. I love Runts. Runts are my favorite. Something about it is happy. Gary Payton's another good strain that I like.
I'd be Blue Dream. I'd be a Blue Dream or a Pineapple Express.
Have you ever shopped at INSA? Just to ask you. Have you ever shopped at
Yeah. No, I have. Okay.
Blue Dream. They have it.
They do, but all right. The only thing I buy at INSA, the only thing I would buy there would be like their chocolate. They have a delicious chocolate.
I think their Gary Payton is actually one of the best Gary Paytons in the game.
You know something? I don't want to say it this way. Their flour, I wasn't super. It's okay. It was okay. But these days, I'm looking for better than okay.
Me too.
I mean, no.
Me too.
But
for their price, though, for their price and their reward program, it's definitely affordable.
I don't know. You haven't. All right. See, there's some other things out there that are pretty good these days. I mean, when I say that, look, I've stopped looking at price. Yeah, price is important to me. Price is important to me. But I there's been such a price war here in Florida for so long. And I've been part of those companies that it's about going cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Well, 100%. When you're going cheaper with the flour, you're going also cheaper on its quality. You're skipping steps. You're doing something to save money to bring down that bottom line so that you can sell your product for such a huge markdown.
I'm not going to.
So I've stopped doing that. And well, no, there's a reason people do that. And there's a reason companies do that. But, and a lot of that reason is a lot of the people who work within those companies are not cannabis. They don't come from cannabis. They don't smoke cannabis. And then you've got companies, again, we're not throwing out any names tonight, but then you've got companies that do small batches, do beautiful things, come out with innovative new strains and new ways of bringing, their flower to the market because they're smokers. Because they're users, they enjoy it. They use topicals or eat edibles. They enjoy the smoke.
I'm a RSO
That's a big deal.
user.
Or even an RSO user. I mean, I'm not trying to leave anybody out.
No. I'm saying I love my RSO, but now what I want you to elaborate on the whole. So I showed you the Gary Payton thing they have at Cookies, the rosin RSO. So that's going to be a lot better than just normal RSO. It's going to be stronger because it's rosin RSO.
So RSO is all right. Okay. When we start, and I want to, there was actually a reason I wanted to talk about customer service tonight, and I'm going to lead back into that in just a moment.
Okay.
But when you start talking about RSO, I'm on the fence. I think it's great. And I think there are certain cannabinoids present in RSO that can be incredibly helpful in isolating certain types of cancers, maybe in increasing function in the body, helping with pain. But RSO is an end product. But it's an end product. It's a cheap processed end of process product.
Well, so I say that I like it because it lasts long.
Please.
It lasts
No,
longer.
it does. It does because of the high content of CBD. It
Okay.
does because you're using THC and CBD in its natural form. In other words, you're not introducing THC and CBD and putting them together. You have a natural full plant medicine right there in your
There
RSO.
you go. Okay,
But an
cool.
RSO is a process designed by Rick Simpson. Rick Simpson oil or feco oil, however they call it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's other processes. There's other process that can be much more beneficial where you get more cannabinoids, or they haven't been broken down in the alcohol or butane or anything that they've used to break down the cannabis over that period of time to turn it into an RSO.
Well, will
I
this
think
ever
there's
get
better. I think
introduced to our medicinal world or no? These other ways you're saying, will they ever be introduced to us or no?
yeah, we have to make them. We have to
Yeah.
do them. I mean, if you're looking at what's in the market now, we don't have hashish yet. We don't have good hash. Hash is a beautiful thing. We really don't have it yet. I mean, they have bubble hash. They have a few things.
No, this is
I
why
think.
I love those festivals, because you get to meet such great vendors like, Canna Granny. I can say her name because I can promote her. She's a wonderful person,
Oh, she
and
is. She is, and she
she's great.
has some very great product.
Products. Dude, her edibles are like, dude, her edibles work better than RSO for me because they're full plant matter. That's why, right?
Okay. So that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Full plant medicine is 100% where you need to be, and
That's where I
that's
need to
not
be.
RSO. That's like rosin. That's just a fresh press out of the plant. But then again, I talk raw cannabis a lot. I talk about chewing and eating raw cannabis. I talk about making a tea so that we're dealing with CBGA.
Yeah.
This is using the plant properly, not just making RSOs and looking at end of cycle process. I'm not saying RSOs are bad. RSOs are life saving. They're amazing, but in combination with other things, we can't just use RSO and expect that to be the end all treatment to everything.
No,
It's
no.
everything in combination, and the combination is what changes everything.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to talk about earlier when we were jumping into this, and we'll jump back to the RSO thing. But when we said when you start getting cheaper with your product, you are cutting out something. You are cutting out a process that doesn't cost you, or you can push things out faster. When you sell your product so cheap, it's because you're not putting the love into it. It's because it's not a top-notch product. This is not something that's going to keep. Look, this joint right here, this one joint. This Mountain Hood Magic's already got me high. I already feel it. I'm already feeling La La
Well,
Land
look,
over
there's
here.
probably a fucking nice ring around the fucking tip of the joint too. That resin
Hey,
ring.
look, it already
Just
put
so
itself out. Look at that. Look at
See,
that.
it's
That
fucking
shows you not
amazing.
only the
That's good
freshness.
bud.
That means that's bud that's been hand trimmed. That's
Yep.
organic. That's living soil. Holy shit. Just amazing stuff. But that's the difference. Look, that's become a whole new era. I think now in cannabis. I mean, yeah, Cannabis Cup, it's about the best weed. The Emerald Cup, it's about the best weed. Well,
Yeah.
damn it, my medical buy, when I'm going to buy my medical stuff, damn it, it's about the best weed. It's
Straight
about
up.
quality.
Straight up.
Yes.
Which I will
And
tell you, other than Goldflower, there's one company that we both know that is great grower lost in translation. And the
wait,
only
are you
place you
talking
can
about JB?
No, I'm talking about lost in translation. Lit Farms.
Oh,
They're amazing. The only place you can find their stuff is at Flowery, but it's only rare that they find. They sometimes buy from. I don't know who has their stuff right now.
they used to be through Liberty and Air,
I
and they
remember
lost the contract. They lost that contract because
because
they
they were
weren't growing
probably
them
too
right.
cheap. I want to say, right?
Right, right. And
Yeah,
that was a
and I
much
hate to
higher
say that because
brand.
Ayers. Yeah, I hate to say that,
But
but it's probably
no, it's okay. Look, brands get very fussy when they're leased out to a company that's not doing them justice, that's not
okay.
growing them right, that's not doing,
Yeah,
it's the truth. Look,
it
this
is.
is high and empowered. We're not going to bullshit people. We say it right. And so they lost that brand, and the brand moved over to the Flowery. And then the Flowery, look, wait. Their theme, you walk in there, it's too busy, it's too much. They're trying too hard to push that. And in that
You got
busyness,
that.
you can't
Yep.
concentrate and buy the right shit. So that's where they're losing out. They need to calm the fuck down
You
with
have that
everything they got going on around
100%
them.
right. I don't even like
And
ordering from
just
there
and
anymore.
they
That's what I'm saying. Since Goldflower came out, I have not ordered from there, not even
And
delivered.
you know
Like I
why?
go out because, dude.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. We miss the bougie and fanciness of cannabis. We miss, look, we've been cheapening it for so long. We have cheapened Florida cannabis to the point of 60+% off
Yeah,
just to sell a product. I don't want your
it's
shitty weed.
ridiculous. Nope.
Right. I want good stuff.
Hey,
And
tell me something. Those ideal rosin carts, are they good?
what, the disposable?
Yes.
So good. All I've smoked are the disposables. And I'm not
That's
a
all I
dispose.
like
I don't
smoking
have it
around
on me
too,
right
is
now. It's a,
disposables. Yeah, that's all I like smoking too, is disposables. They're
yeah,
good
but
though.
look, this one's ceramic cart. This hits so hard. Like, I mean, if you pull, it pulls, and you're like, wow, I don't know what I
It's
just got a
hard to
hold of.
find a good. Yeah, see, it's hard to find a good disposable. That's why I was
But you can
asking.
also go gentle. You can also go gentle. So you could do some microdosing, some regimens throughout the day.
Cool.
It's look, that's you're gonna love it. If you haven't
Okay.
tried those yet, you've got to. I
Now I
just did the
tried.
grand opening in Ocala on, and I think it should be posted in the morning on LinkedIn,
Okay.
or at some point. I think it's now on Facebooky or the Insta Cha Cha, but I've got the video from the grand opening, doing a little bit of brand partnership out there in Ocala for Goldflower.
Okay.
Got to tell you, people were pumped. That's
Dude,
where I got the Mount Hood Magic.
they're fucking
So
amazing,
excited.
man. I mean, people should be pumped, dude. I
Well,
mean,
you know
they're
why?
like,
They're fancy.
dude, they
Look,
should have
they're
had a line
fancy.
around
Look,
the
when you get a
building.
delivery, do they show up in suits and Teslas and shit?
They show up in Teslas, and they just, they're just so friendly and kind, and they all are wearing like Goldflower clothes, and they will just, if they don't have deliveries to get to, they will literally hang with you and talk to you, and just, that's what you want in the cannabis industry. Like if you get it, and delivery
You
for
want a sense of
flowers,
community and a sense of class.
yes, there you go. You said it. And so I have tried the Space Coast vapes because I was sort of like hurting on money. So I just got like one of the Northern Lights one. But dude, bomb. Only time I've ever got high off a distillate cart ever. You know what I mean? So that's saying
Well, no,
something.
it's cannabis terpenes. It's
So it
it's
is. It is CDT.
it's a step above. It's a step above what we have out here on the market. Look, it's like the soup is too hot, the soup is too cold. This one's just right. And if they stay on the path that they are on right now, and this will lead us in the customer service, if they stay on the path that they are on right now, I see them really top two in Florida. Um, and that's with the more products that they release, I see their product offering just getting better. I mean, I picked up their rosin the other day, the rosin batter,
I
and I was smoking that on the show, I think, the other day. And they have jam coming out very soon, which I'm super pumped about, some jam.
which I haven't
But
been
yeah,
dabbing lately at all. Which I still
not
have my peak.
dabbing.
I still
Look,
have my proxy, but
I'm using.
I've been really wanting to grab some of their concentrate because me and Chelsea are thinking of like another route to start, to maybe
You got to
step
do a
away
little
from
bit here, a
ours.
little
So
bit there. Don't stay with one thing,
yeah,
because then we get stuck in a
yeah,
certain path.
exactly. That's why. So I'm feeling like I want to go back, and if I'm gonna get any concentrate, it's gonna be from there. I've seen their freaking. Their menu just from when I started ordering from them 2-3 months ago, from then to now, is just blown up, man. And tell me about the Heisman before we go on to customer service. Tell me about the Heisman 33. All right, I've
Look,
smoked
the
Orange Bowl.
Heisman brand has
I've
been
smoked Orange Bowl.
rocking. I've
Orange Bowl
had
was
the Orange
fucking
Bowls,
phenomenal.
pre-rolls. So I judge it. All right. So everybody who knows me knows I judge a cannabis company by its pre-roll.
Me too.
To
Me
me,
fucking too.
look, the pre-roll is like your little investigative
It's like
jump
a
into their
cigarette of
company,
cannabis,
into their
dude. From
flower,
there,
into
it's
their
like,
products.
yep,
So look, I come in and I'm like, look, I want a pre-roll. And like if I'm a first time into a place, and the bud tenders will look at me like,
you're crazy.
really?
Yep.
That's what you want? You came here and all you're ordering are pre-rolls? When I came to Goldflower and I asked for pre-rolls, they're like, yeah, absolutely. Like,
Dude, I love their
absolutely.
pre-roll
Like,
packs, bro. I love their
you've got
pre-roll
some great
packs. Those
stuff.
are fucking,
And
dude, they have
Whisker
half-ounce
Lickens,
pre-roll packs, bro. Half-ounce
yeah,
pre-roll packs. Like, who
wow.
doesn't
Look,
like their
I
joints
love
already
that. It's
rolled?
already,
Dude, who doesn't like their joints already rolled for them? And they don't fucking vote. They don't fucking vote. Hey,
well, you know
can I ask
why?
you a
It's
quick
like a
question?
hand roll. Look, right now the whole show is we're just kissing Gold Flower because they look. That's how good. Look, when weed
Oh,
is
they
good,
are. They're
people will
amazing.
talk about it,
I've been smoking
and
bud
that's
since I was fucking 13, and I'm 41, and I love Gold Flower cannabis. It's great. Hey, can I ask you a
that's
quick
look. I love
question?
hearing this. I look when when I'm working for a company, I won't work for somebody I won't smoke. And
Oh,
this has been the most pleasurable of experiences because the smoke has been just super lovely. Okay, but it's not just that, it's been the people. Look, Ocala, for example, the managers, the bud tenders. I just put a video out and everybody smiles, everybody's happy. And this is for every single customer. That day on grand opening, I don't even know what day yesterday. It was yesterday. Um,
here, I gotta move
I'm
real
like, what
quick.
happened? Yeah, but
I have
the
to
whole
move.
day. I mean,
Sorry.
the staff was there from 8 o'clock in the morning when they opened up until I left at like 3, 4 o'clock. They had dealt with hundreds of customers that were lined up around the building. Ocala came out strong. They came out strong for Gold Flower. They were like, wow, just wow. No,
I could only
that was the
imagine, man.
sentiment. Everybody was like, I cannot believe we
Dude, I
we
bet
are
you
now
there was people
experiencing weed at this level.
I bet you there was people from Daytona, from Orlando, from all over. I would have been there. I told you, if I wasn't working, I would have been there, man, in a heartbeat. I was pissed
No,
I
I
wasn't
missed
there.
you. I did. I know your energy there would have been fantastic as
Yeah,
well.
dude,
I
I
did
would have
bring
loved
back
to.
out the wheel of cannabis.
Did you? I love that thing. I was just talking
I
to the
painted
kids
it.
about it earlier.
Look,
I
I
heard you say
painted the
that.
wheel. It's all black now. And then what I did like gold resin dripping from the top all the way down the pole, dripping onto the base.
All
So
right.
it's an artistic representation now
Yeah.
of you got to see it. Look, when you see the wheel, you're going to be like, wow, it's changed. Like it has.
I
Yes.
can't wait to see it,
It's
man.
now, but next event I'm going to be at will be at St. Pete. Listen, St. Pete on the 23rd, they have the Pride Parade happening right there in St. Pete. And on
Okay.
that street, on Main Street, is the brand new Gold Flower dispensary, which I will be there. Um, so
How
we're going to be
far is
loud.
St.
We're
Pete
going to be
from
doing
here?
karaoke. What's that?
I said, how far is St. Pete from Orlando? Is it like what, like 3 hours tops, 2 hours?
From Orlando, I'm going to say like 2 hours.
Shit, I got to take that day off. I'm coming. I'll come.
It's going to
Yeah.
be an incredible event, I think, because it's community. I think
Okay.
it's a great opportunity for corporate cannabis community to all kind of mix together and show not only their support and their love, but how their bud works into just every day.
Yeah.
It's not that's the big difference. How does your bud work in to every day? And it's the community. That's customer service. So I do
Absolutely.
want to say this. I want to talk about it. 28 minutes in, everybody. Now we're talking about customer service. Sort of. We're going to go back and forth. Customer service to me is one of the most important things. Why? This is what makes me buy. This is what makes me drive 3 hours to go visit a dispensary and pick up some Barry Payton or some Mount Hood Magic, which that joint, look, I just put it down. I had to. It was getting very red.
Don't
It
tell me
was
they
so
have
nice.
the Barry Payton in the eighth finally, do they? No, they
No,
don't.
I had it in a joint. I had it in a
Oh
pre-roll.
yeah, the joint. I got it in the joint, dude, because I love Gary. But Barry's even better, bro. Strawberry guava and Barry Payton and Gary Payton. What? Hey, let me grab my bomb. Hold on 1 second. Hold. So customer service, man. To me, get out. Sorry.
No, look, sorry. This is the most important thing. And I'm going to tell you what. Look, we're going to talk about COVID. We're going to talk about how that changed customer service forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever.
Well, no, it did. Forever, ever, forever, ever,
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 ever, ever,
forever,
ever.
ever. But it did. Look, I think before COVID, people were more friendly, more real, more authentic, more give a shit. And now you have this. There's no personalization. There's no availability. There's no empathy. And it even seems not from the AI, from the humans. There's no human touch.
No.
I
And
mean, we have
it's
an over
it's
reliance on automation now, and I think we because of inconsistent service, because of undertrained, undercaring, under give a shit staff. Customer
Oren, can you
service
tell
is
me
what
something?
drives everything. Please.
Can you tell me, do you think this has to do with why these companies won't hire somebody that has good customer service experience because all they're looking for is fucking, you know, a resume that has a good background or something like this? Because you know how long I've been trying to get back in the industry, you know? So I don't understand it, because this is, I thrive off customer service. Customer service to me is everything. I'm a cook and I still will bring food out to tables just to talk to tables because I like to interact with customers. And that's
And
everything.
that's the thing. Look, you're still cannabis, trying to get back into the industry, and right now, and look, and you are. Let me tell you about you. You're a positive, go forward kind of guy. When the chips are down, he keeps going. You're the kind of guy, and you don't see the down, you see the positive. You see,
Yes.
well, it could be worse. And you keep trying harder, you keep pushing harder. You're a good man. And you do good for your family. And you remember, you got to love yourself and you got to think of you.
Yeah.
And where you're thinking of you is you love cannabis, you love the industry, and you want to be back in. I
Yeah.
understand. Whether it's in the growing side, in the cultivation, in distribution, in customer service, in
Anywhere.
the dispensaries.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And anytime I get a dispensary close to you, all right, and there's an opportunity, I will, I will definitely recommend you.
Yeah, I know you
I
will.
will listen. I will vouch for you.
I
I
know
will
you
vouch for you. No, listen. I'm not saying you owe me a favor, but I'm saying, no, shut up.
will. I'm stoned as shit. I love it.
No, but that's the thing. Look, that's where community comes in.
Yeah.
Community knows each other, knows what we're capable of. I know what you're capable of. You have great enthusiasm. I've seen you in the store. Look, when you were at Liberty, you worked hard. You spoke the truth, and you tried in your words. You really tried healing the community and giving them something at a great price. So
I did. Yeah.
that's a big deal. And I see that. And I think other people see that as well, and they will see that. So
Yeah.
anybody who's watching this, if you want to give Brandon an opportunity, send DM me. I'll send it to him, so he can contact you through his socials, and all your different socials, wherever your socials might be. I know my socials are all over the place, and you have to check everywhere for a message.
I'll send
Like,
them
oh,
to
did I get a message here? Did I get a message there? Ha.
you. Yes.
But
I'll send them
look,
to you.
customer service is such a rare thing now. So you asked me, why aren't they hiring people that have a good background and an understanding, and say, let's say, customer service? So a lot of companies have taken their large customer service groups and have made them smaller, tighter, and moved them remotely. That's what COVID did. COVID moved customer service remotely. Most customer service now is working out of their house, or it's working overseas. Depending on the companies. I'm not using cannabis specifically right now because cannabis is a wee bit different.
Yeah.
It's a wee bit different depending where in the country you work or for what company you work for. I think
Yeah.
that would be narrowing it down best. But in the regular workforce, because it's different, cannabis and or retail and then cannabis retail are two different worlds.
Oh,
And
completely.
and the cannabis retail encompasses medical and recreational, no matter how that's
100%.
understood. Right. So in that,
And anybody that says it's not is crazy, because I know so many people that, like, when I was in the industry working at the dispensaries, were like, oh, it's just retail. Like, like people that don't smoke or whatever. Like, it's totally different because you're doing something you fucking love. You're not sitting behind a register just selling something that you don't give a fuck about, you know? Like, I'm
well,
selling
that's it.
something
No,
that
wait,
I
wait, that's
actually,
exactly good. That's where the difference is. It's
and
you're
me, I
selling
try
something that you give a fuck about.
I
You
try
care.
every fucking product too where I work. It doesn't matter if I go broke. You know how much money I spent with them?
It matters.
9,000.
No,
I had
listen.
9,000. I had 9,000 points when I quit, or
Let me
when I,
tell you something.
or not
It
quit, but
matters.
left when I
It
parted ways.
matters because you have a family. It
Yeah.
matters because you don't drink or you don't this or you don't go
No,
out.
no.
You don't party. You smoke. And you
I
smoke
love
to help with your mind, with your body. You love the smell, that you like how it makes you feel
Yep.
like a better person. And
100%.
that's how you're a better dad and a better employee and a better friend. Only because you're now relaxed, or you're talking to me from a different level. That's where cannabis helps. And it helps in a million other ways as well. But
Yeah.
you want to sell it because of that. You want to
Exactly.
educate and sell it because it changes lives. And in that, it changes your life because it gives you that. I know. I look. We've spoken at length, and I'm just summarizing it for the audience because
Yeah. Yeah.
that right there. When people ask me, "What is customer service?" It's experience.
There
It's
you go.
empathy. It's an understanding for the product because you use it and you feel for the other people using it as well. You feel for them and their. So if you're working in a computer store, say working for the one that you eat, the big round thing, Apple. Z. You work for them, um, and it's faceless. It's emotionless.
Yeah.
Uh, their people aren't even using the product.
Nope.
But you go to say another computer company and you call them. They're using the actual product that you're calling about. They are proficient and they enjoy it. And if you've ever used certain computer companies where you've called them and they're like, yes, I love this product. I love what we're using. We'll figure it out. Not a problem. Don't you worry. You stay with that company. You stay
Yeah.
with that product. And then you
That's
buy
hard to
all of their
find.
products.
It's hard
Well,
to
I,
find
I,
now.
I didn't mention a company because there's not one computer company out there that
That's
I
okay.
could say acts like
Well,
that.
hey,
But
maybe back in the day, maybe post
okay.
COVID, or I mean
All right.
pre
Post
COVID.
COVID, yes. Post COVID,
No, I mean
companies were
pre
putting
COVID.
more
Pre
money.
COVID. Yeah, I mean
Pre COVID, they were
pre
post
COVID.
COVID. Pre COVID,
Pre
companies
COVID.
were
Worse
putting
still.
money into customer service. They were putting money into education, expanding call centers that just dealt with questions about the products.
That
Look,
they
for
do.
example, cannabis. One of the cannabis companies I worked for, that I'll go nameless at the time being, their customer service department, which was also their delivery department, or their statewide delivery department, COVID hit. And pre-COVID, it was a large call center that was expanded with people that were handling questions about medical issues, people that were handling, questions about products, and let's talk microdosing and regimens, and let's really get to a whole new level here. And then other people taking delivery orders. COVID hits, and that call center basically shut down. And there were 3 people out of like 40. Wow. And everybody started working out of the house. Companies saw that they can save money. They can save a fortune. And they don't need 40 people working at home. They can reduce that to 20. And then
Yeah.
once they did, they can reduce that to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Because now these people working out of the house need to earn their paycheck. And they
That's
put this workload on these people that is unrealistic. So now let's talk customer service. Why are these people not answering the phone? Why are they not happy to work for this company? Well, because they are going through hell.
Yep.
They are going through a workload that is unreasonable and is adding stress to their lives. So they turn to chatbots. Have you dealt with chatbots? Tell me.
Oh my goodness. Dude, just having the other day, like example, trying to cancel insurance because I got a new insurance policy for cheaper. And literally, dude, 3 days to get somebody on the phone. I'm not kidding. 3 days to get them to cancel my policy. But I did get them to cancel it 3 days back. I did get them to do that. The person did seem happy that answered the phone, which was pretty cool. But it took 3 days to get somebody on the phone. So, yeah, that was
Wow.
bullshit, man. Like, literally, it was like, cancel my policy. Can you repeat that? Cancel my
Well,
policy. Can
okay,
you
so
repeat that?
all customer service now is a computer voice that we have to talk to.
That's it.
Like, if you put your phrase in a few words or less, we'll understand it. Don't worry. And You are fine, 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 fine.
Oh my
Who would you
goodness.
like to talk to? So I do mess with it. I do mess with those computer bots a bit. I'm like, hello.
I'm sure you do, man.
Could you please repeat the question and then press one? And then the computers will go really like and nothing happens. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear a response. You don't respond soon, or press 0 to start over.
Oh
We'll
god.
have to terminate this call. And I mean, it's just but that's the thing. Look, I don't want to speak to a digital person, a false
Who
fake
does
person.
though?
I want to speak to somebody real. I mean, when it comes to, and I don't want to chat and type my problem. I want to talk like this. I want to talk like, look, I've got a problem. I want to talk like my product is not working. Whatever
You're
that
going
product might
somewhere.
be, right? I'm not angry. I want to express emotionally, though, why
Yeah,
something's not working. And that makes me feel better sometimes.
bro. And
But
you
to a
know,
computer,
and can I
I just get
can I
angrier.
elaborate on that for a second? Like, because you know what makes you more pissed off is when you can't express yourself and you're like, and you finally get to a customer service rep after you've been on like a recording for like 15 minutes, like just screaming representative, you know what I mean? Like, and then they finally get on the phone and they hear your wrath and it sucks because you feel bad afterwards because you've worked, you know, your customer service. So like I hate that shit, man. They gotta stop it.
So
You know?
I expect a lot. And maybe I expect too much, but we all should. So,
Yeah.
but our over reliance on automation is, it's leading to the impersonal and frustrating experiences that we're dealing with right now. The inconsistent service. Look, this is huge, and it varies greatly between companies.
Yeah.
Probably even in the same company, it varies. The inconsistent service.
Yeah.
So even in one company where they may be thinking they're doing great, and they're on top of their customer service, but another department that's within that company has terrible customer service. So it has to be fantastic across the board. Look,
It does,
it's
man. And you're goddamn
undertrained
right.
staff.
But can I
Undertrained
tell you
staff
too? And not
leads to misinformation. It leads to poor customer experiences, and it slows their buying habits. It switches them to other companies. Look, I customer service to me is what guides my purchases. It guides my decisions. I have turned away from companies because of their customer service.
yeah.
For example, you mentioned True Leaf. They can look on the books. I've purchased from them, I think, twice. Once to check them out when I was with a different company,
Okay.
and to see their product and see what was going on. And a second time because there was nobody else available, and I needed a pre rolls. And holy
No,
shit,
don't get their pre-roll.
dude! I know. I'm telling. All right, look. Again, we're going to talk about pre rolls. The
Don't
reason I
get
buy the
theirs.
pre rolls,
Go get theirs.
if the pre rolls are beautiful, if they don't run, they don't boat, they don't canoe, it tastes good, it smokes
And they
good,
have a
you get a
fucking
lovely
little
resin
resin
roll
ring.
around it.
Yeah, the
That
resin ring.
means the company gives a shit.
All right, can
If
I
they're going
tell
to
you
give a
though?
shit about their pre roll, that means they're going to give a shit about their flour.
All
They're
right,
going to
can I?
care about their tinctures and their edibles. They're going to care
Yep.
about their people. They're going to care about their customers.
And you mean
A
that's
pre-roll
exactly right.
speaks volumes about a cannabis company. That's why I judge them by pre-rolls. If
And
it's
can
going
I
to
tell
be
you the only
airy and
reason
fluffy weed, that means it came from a big bud, and it wasn't itsy bitsy popcorns either. It wasn't the shake from the bottom of the bag. Go ahead, tell me. I'm sorry.
it was grinded up and hand grinded and fucking packed by or hand rolled. That's what I love. There's only two places that I've gotten pre rolls from consistently that have not voted, and that's dude. Your pre roll packs are fucking amazing. They're like cigarettes.
I, love
Because
it. I,
dude, I
I
love them.
wish they were mine. The place I've got a brand
Yeah,
partnership at
yeah.
the moment with,
But dude,
they're
they are fucking
amazing.
amazing, bro. Yeah,
They are.
Goldflower's
They're on
pre-roll
top of their
packs are
game, yo.
amazing. The ideals and the G works.
He's so high talking.
Yeah, we are. But dude, but no, but there's also it was when JB first opened, I I really like JB. And then I got
They still have a good
they
product. No, no. Jungle Boys has a lovely flower. And
Yes.
recently on Reddit, it was Jungle Boys like number one. I don't remember who number two was. And number three was Goldflower.
They should be number one because customer service at Jungle Boys really pisses me off.
They
And I
weren't
hate to
they
say
weren't
that.
counting customer service. They weren't looking at customer
Yeah,
service.
obviously they
See,
weren't, but do you know
so
Jungle
say
Boys?
JB now. All right, no, don't say the full name anymore. Now say
I'm sorry, and I
no,
hate
no,
to
no,
say,
no, no. It's okay.
I
It's
hate to,
because they did get top flower, but
but you know what happened,
Goldflower,
right?
you're right.
About a
I
month
think
ago,
is number
right?
two, number three. They're number two. I think
Or
they're. You're
about
right. We're biased.
Did
I'm
you
going to
hear
say
what
number
happened
one,
about
but
6 months ago with JB?
but
And I hate to
honestly,
bring
no.
up a
It's
name.
solid. Number two, if not more.
No, they should be up there with the flowery. I mean, I can't believe the flowery wasn't up there on the list.
They were number four.
They what the hell? Yeah. So
They were.
I'm glad
That's what I'm saying.
Goldflower.
You've got.
I'm glad.
Look,
I mean, I'm glad Goldflower was higher than them though, because they should be. They stand their quality. And like I said, now that they have they have like 3 pages of flower. Now you have to scroll through pages, which is insane, which I love. And like I said,
and you
last
mentioned that orange bowl, that pre-roll, that orange bowl,
dude, that was what I
so
got as a
delicious,
pre-roll. Dude, I wanted to get it in the
so
eighth, but
terpy.
they have the sour sage in the eighth, which I probably will try.
I just had that the other day.
Is it good?
You
But
know,
see, what I like about them is you can get like a half ounce in pre-roll packs, and my doctor gives me fucking what? I get 6 ounces of flour now, so
wow.
I don't run out.
Well, I mean, not
So
wow. I get 6 ounces. No, I'm down to 5. Listen,
5.
my doctor goes, "You've been using 5, almost 6 ounces." I'm like, "Yes." He was like, "We're going to reduce it."
Who do
You
go?
are?
No, I'm not going to ask.
Because you're using the entire amount. So we're going to go ahead and bring it down because we've calculated 5 ounces would be appropriate for
I
you.
always have about.
But it's okay. I don't run out, so I'm good.
Right, I always
have
about
plenty. 5 is enough for me every
It is for
70
me
days.
too. I don't need
It-
6. That's what I'm saying. But
I
that's
know
what
I would
love
like
about
more.
being able to get
Look,
an ounce of pre-rolls.
if I had more, I'd make tea. I would do more green juices. I would eat
you need
more
to
raw.
teach me how to make tea with cannabis. See, that's the
Oh,
things
let
I
me
need
tell
to
you,
do.
we're gonna on one of the podcasts. We're gonna have to do a live. I have it on the Linky Winky, on the
Okay.
Linkity Winkity.
Oh, you do?
There's a video
Okay.
on the featured stuff, and if you go through it, it's a few back, but there's one where I talk about CBGA. I show what I'm making in little pots. I make it look real fancy and shit. Great video work. But I talk about tea, and it's talking about in tea time is a great way to get your neurotransmitters reacting. It's a great way to get them popping. Tea, not smoking it, not eating it, but drinking it
I
at
would
a
only
partial
imagine, 'cause I
decarboxylation
love.
under 250 degrees. So, okay, wait, customer service. So you're right. Okay, Jungle Boys, JB, I've been in there 5 times, 6 times, and I've purchased never.
Okay.
I've been in there 5, 6 times, and every time
Never.
something is okay. There's the Ocala location. I walked in, I was pumped. First time, I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm excited. I've heard so much about these guys. I heard they had a line around the building, and so then I got in. Look, that's a giant moth. Like, okay, like, so I've got a light on it. It's dark, and giant moths creep in here. I mean, it's a little bit frightening. Anyways, so I went in there, and the front desk person was just, I'm like, I'm excited. Like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. All right, blow it off. I blew it off, though. I blew it off, and I asked some questions, and they looked at me, and like I was inconvenient. I was doing they're bothered. And you know me, I'm high energy. So I'm kind of sitting there now, like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I don't give a shit about your bad attitude. Whatever. I want to go inside. So they open the door, and you're in this little room. It's not a big, they don't have big to-dos, and it's a small location, very plain. Which I'm like, okay, that's fine. I appreciate that out of a cannabis company. Maybe they're not spending too much on their decoration or other crap, and it's evolved since I've last seen it. But then the people at the counter, all they're doing is talking about, how they're kicking everybody's ass, and they're so good, and nobody can compare. And I'm like, everybody has good stuff though. And that's what I said. I said it out loud. I'm like, everybody has good stuff. And I don't remember if it was this visit or another visit. And the kid looks at me, and everybody's a kid if they're younger. I don't care. I don't care if you're like 6 months younger than me. You're a kid. And so he looks at me and he's like, no, man, no, we have the best shit. I'm like, no, man, everybody has great shit. Everybody has different things, dude. So what do you have that's great? All right, dude, this is it. I'm like, okay, do you have any first time specials? And he looks at me and he's like, not really. I'm like, okay. They value their stuff. And as I'm looking, the vibe I got was so just leave me alone and just pick your shit and go. So then I was like, I'm not interested. Thank you. Goodbye. And I just walked out. And then the second time I walked in.
Now. They have $25 eighths now.
Yeah, but again,
price too.
Again, why? All right, okay. Good thing you just said that. Why are they having to drop their price? Is it because their people are assholes?
Sucks.
No, wait. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Is it because their people are assholes?
That's what I want to
I'm not all of them. Let's not be like that. Because I've met some very cool people that have worked there. Like one dude, one of the trips in, one of the dudes that was like, dude, he's had a tough day, man. Go easy on him. I'm like, I'm easy. Okay, I'm just trying to order some weed. So I go easy. I'll go easy. I'm going easy. I'm going to go easy. Yeah, I try. I do try. You know me. I try. But I'm a retail customer as well. And I'm judging you. I'm judging you because that's what I do for a living. Yeah. I am judging your ability to deal with me. I'm judging your ability to teach me and sell me. Not just sell me a product, but sell me a solution. Sell me community. Sell me a place that says they love me in their product and pricing combined. But they're having to lower their price now. Why? Because they're like, okay, pay more attention to us because I know we're kind of, our noses are up in the air and we act that way because we're number one. Okay. Everybody could be number one. Anybody could be number one, but only those with the golden touch.
Yes. And that's right, man.
By the way,
well, no. And listen, there's one.
I want to show you something.
Huh?
Wait. You guys, you keep talking. I'm going to pull something out over here. I know that sounded really dirty. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize for those of you that can't see what I'm doing. I know that sound bad. I know for those of you just listening. All right, this is an ideal pack of the Mount Hood Magic, and I've already. Oh, did I break it? No, I didn't. Okay, so there were 3 buds. Look at this. There were 3 buds that came like this.
No.
3 airy, fluffy, beautiful, hand-trimmed buds.
Fucking colors on that, bro.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's limey. It's Christmas tree bud. You know what it reminds me of? Remember, okay, back in the day when we used to buy swag. Swag was the weed that you peel off of a brick and seeds would go flying and pop people in the eye, and you'd be like, I gotta go to the doctor. That was terrible. Or you'd smoke seeds and they'd explode in your joints and pop. You're like, yeah, I like a little excitement in my joints. So, but every Christmas there would be this bud that came out, and we call it Christmas tree bud. Christmas bud. And look at this.
Because listen, can I tell you something?
It kind of look.
Listen, the best bud I ever smoked in my life. I was snowboarding in Mount Hood with my brother, and we were at the resort. Listen, we were at the resort and we were fucking dying for bud because I didn't want to bring bud on the plane. And so I was like, dude, I just sniffed these 2 dudes out of the bar, and I was like, bro, you guys got any bud? He was like, yeah, I'll be right back. What do you guys want? And he's like, I was like, I want a quarter, dude. He's like, all right, $80. I'll be back in an hour. I didn't think he was going to show up. My brother was so fucking negative. He's like, dude, they showed up an hour later and I could smell it from a mile down the street, bro. So fucking dank. And that was where I was in Mount Hood. And that's why when I saw that strain, I wanted it so bad. And it was so Christmas tree piney. It smelled through a bag, a wooden box, and a fucking, like, we had it wrapped in tinfoil, and it was on the 2nd floor of the condo that we were staying in, and it still smelled downstairs. My mom's like, you guys,
I love the detail that he's able to go in on these things. No,
bro.
Right there, what you said, you can sniff it out. You can sniff out, like you kind of go out, if you travel to a new place and you don't have any bud, and I've done this. Look, there was I was traveling in my RV for many years, and we came into Florida for one of the first times, and there was this RV park / hotel motel. It was a hotel. It was a motel, no-tell hotel. Like, woo, Holiday Inn. No, it was it was a pretty shady ass place. It was in Ocala. And so I remember pulling into this place. I had no weed. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to find some weed. And Angie's like, no, don't go. It's pretty bad out here. We can't let the kids outside. We can't, just don't. I mean, you don't really need it. I'm like, okay, fine. So we waited a couple hours and we're like, really? I'm like, yeah, really, we don't need it. You don't need it. I don't need it. We don't need it. Nobody needs it. We don't need a joint. It's been a tough week. I know it's been a tough week. I don't need a joint. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Well, so anyways, a few fuckets later, I walk outside the RV and I stand there and it's like a meditative aura. I breathe in deep and I turn in each direction. I breathe in deep and I face the north. I breathe in deep and I face the east. The same with the south and the west. Breathing in deep and exhaling as I face each one of these directions. And wait, I hit the west. And I stopped. They, thee, thy, I stopped. I could smell it. I could just sense it. There was actually this bad looking fellow standing with a few ladies of the evening. That's what kind of place this was. It was an RV park though. I mean, look, it got much better ratings on Good Sam. Don't believe Good Sam. I think Good Sam's a pimp. So I walked over to this dude and I'm like, listen, hey, hi, how you doing? Good to meet you. Hi. All right. I know what he was thinking. But then I was like, listen, I could smell some weed and I don't have any weed and I'm looking for weed. And the guy's like, motherfucker, you're a cop. I'm like, no. I just came from an RV not too far away in no distinct direction. But I earlier I could tell that I think you were smoking. Not that I was spying or looking. See, then it turned weird. And the guy was just like, no, wait, just relax. Just wait a second. So he goes into his room and then he walks back out, a little baggy. I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank you. And he was like, okay, I could tell. No, you're not a cop. Cops don't get excited like that. You're like, oh, I'm just so excited. Look, it's weed and not a gun.
I would have fucking, yeah.
Right. No, it's sketchy. And look, I've put myself into some very sketchy situations, but his customer service was on point.
And we shouldn't have to put ourselves into this shitty situations for cannabis.
But that was okay. So this is before we were medically available in Florida. And I didn't have a license here. I was traveling and I was working in and out of the cannabis industry, in and out of the gray area marketplace, but farms, and it's different. I don't have. I just didn't have. I still have to buy it. I'm doing computer work. I still need to buy it. So this situation, that weed was okay. I really needed better options, which I'm not. All right, look. Anyways, in that, customer service is a big deal. Our reliance on AI, which I love and do not love. I mean, it's two sides of the coin. The evolution of AI and the eventual goal of AI.
I feel like AI, to me, I feel like it's dangerous. I don't really care for it. I feel like it's only going to turn against us.
Yeah, what, like Terminator?
No, I mean, not like that. Not like that at all. I just feel like
cutting off.
I feel like if anything does happen, it's going to be because of AI, and it's going to be like. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that in a way that if they shut down any kind of systems, like AI is going to take over, and like it's going to take over. Like it's already sort of taking over what Aldi's and grocery stores now too. You know what I mean? Like, they're taking away cashiers because of it.
I think they're taking things away because they can't afford. They're trying to integrate into a cheaper checkout, into a cheaper business type society. So that's customer service. Look, big companies like Walmart, they have zero customer service and they don't give a shit. They don't care. They are such a massive conglomerate that they're at the point of customer service that they don't have to give any. We have a product. Here's the price. Check out yourself. go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
And
same.
and
It's
that's
happening
it. And
everywhere,
we're
man.
watching everything you do, all your purchases, whether you make them by cash or by credit card. We know who the fuck you are, and they do. I mean, they do. So in that, who do I complain to? A faceless AI, a computer system
Right.
that asks me to clearly state my question within, a couple of words so that it can understand or phrase it properly. This is what we've been pushing ourselves towards. I
Well, do
mean,
you
look,
think?
companies, tell me.
I mean, do you think it's gonna? Do you think? I mean, what is it gonna take for it to go back to how it was pre-COVID?
Okay, okay, whoa. We're going to get to that because that is a serious answer. That right there, to go back to pre-COVID, requires community,
It huge
wanting
community,
better,
huge.
wanting better. But
Yeah.
look, wanting better again, where people are afraid at the true, authentic reviews. Look, I went the other day to a restaurant with my daughter on her birthday, and the service was awful. I mean, it wasn't all right. Okay, it wasn't awful like worst experience I've ever had in my life, but lackluster,
Yeah,
without
you
care,
remember going out and it
dry.
was great.
Right, it was just dry and just we came to order food and okay, I know I know you're at you're a cashier and you're dealing with and probably wait staff as well at a place like this. Uh, but to be greeted with the lackluster of, all right, you're next.
It's
And you're
not
just, and
right.
immediately that brings the mood down. Right. And this is where companies lose people because it was a Japanese themed quickie, not so quick, not so cheap, super expensive, holy free holy. And I, I felt robbed. But I didn't want to say anything because it's my daughter's birthday, and I don't want to argue with anybody about their attitude about something because I don't want to ruin shit because I could do things like that. I'm an asshole. I mean, I'm not a purposeful asshole. I'm one who thinks he's going to change things. I'm one who's like, if it wasn't her birthday, I probably would have said some shit. And I didn't say that though. I didn't. I was very quiet. I stayed quiet. But in that situation, I would feel justified to just talk to the person and
Yeah.
find out what's going on. And probably they're not paid enough. Probably they're having to do too much. Probably their responsibility list is through the fucking roof. Probably the cook that they're dealing with is a dick. There's so many factors. I know, but I've worked like that. And instead, every single customer, I was like, hey, welcome. Every single customer, hey, welcome. You're next. Come on in. All right. There's
Yes.
ways you can do it. And I've given every person a piece of me in that
Hey,
energy.
do you think they paid me enough to be as happy as I was there? Hell no. I made $14 an hour at Air, bro.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. I know they
Horrible.
pay people.
But I
They've
was
got it.
happy as fuck because I was doing what I love to do, you know?
So
And
how do
I'm
we
going
do?
to be
How do we
happy
move? Okay,
regardless.
this answers your question because you asked me about the future of this and how do we get back? How do we get back customer service? Right there, right there. What you
Being
just said.
doing
Because
what you
you
love
love
to
it.
do. Doing what you love to
Because
do.
you loved it. Look,
Yep.
you were paid shit. I'm not. I'm not. Look, I would love to advocate for companies to pay employees more,
Yeah.
but instead of that, I mean, look, that would be a great start. But when you're doing what you love and you're positive about what you do and you are empowered by the company that you work for, already right there, you have more of a love for them, for the product, for the overall of it. So, how do we bring that into regular retail? Not cannabis retail, but how do we bring cannabis, the love of cannabis and the plant, but into regular
Yeah,
retail?
I see where you're going with this. So I
Right.
would
I mean, I'm
say
trying.
this.
I know. I'm trying to find the right words,
No,
but
I
in
see
that,
exactly so how do we transition that into normal retail? Like, and obviously it's not going to happen at what? Oh, was that? Sorry about that. My
no,
son just was.
it's not going to happen at one time.
No,
It's all right.
I mean it's not going to happen
No,
at
no, it's not a
Walmart and
problem. It's
places
not
like
going to
that.
happen
But like at
immediately.
places at places like restaurants and stuff like that. Like I feel like why I mean, we need to promote more pot, first of all, so people get more medicated and they're happier. First of all, that would be one thing, but that's never going to happen because there's people that, still have their doubts about pot, but that's why we're here, is to make them not have their doubts. Because you know how many people at Air that came in there that didn't have their card that I changed their fucking mind to make them want to smoke or eat edibles and stuff because they were on so many prescriptions that they're like, man, I'm on all these
It's not
prescriptions
even
to go to
changing their mind about what they're on. It's about the combination. It's about reducing. Look, when people come into cannabis, I tell them, don't jump off of your medication, but start to reduce
No, you
just
don't
a little
jump
bit
off
here and there. Right. You because you don't want to put your body in the shock.
because
But
you will
in
get
that, and
anxiety, you will
what
get
Brandon is
anxious, and
saying
you will
though,
start to hate
it's the
pot.
love that he brought into this every day. Every day he wanted to talk to the people. He wanted to reach more and educate more because this is his thing, his ikigai, his, it's what made him whole. If you meet Brandon in person and you ever get the opportunity to, the guy is a big teddy bear. And he expresses that vibe and that frequency to everybody he meets. That right there is customer service, though. When you are true about a company, not even just the individual product, when you feel part of a company, you feel that you want to help them as a good customer service agent. We go
Yes.
to fast food and we spend a fortune and we're treated like shit. I mean,
Yep.
in most situations, I look the other day, I went to I don't do fast food, but if
I
I
don't
do,
either.
look, no, if I do a drive through, it's for French fries and a milkshake. That's
Yes,
it.
for the kids or
I don't
something like
know.
that.
I'm very specific
But see, the
because
thing is, they make decent money, so why aren't they fucking happier and better? Why? For
hey,
how young they are,
they
they're
don't
making
feel they're
millions times
appreciated by
easier.
the company, but they don't feel appreciated.
There
And
you go.
people feel
It's all
appreciated
about
through pay,
appreciation. You said
but
it.
through
So that's the
inclusion.
answer. That's the answer right there to everything
So
is
how do you
being
appreciate on that level,
appreciated.
from the corporate level to the regional to the independent locations, non-cannabis? How do you relay inclusiveness, company love, and appreciation? How?
Well,
You tell
I
me.
work
You tell me. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
I don't work in the cannabis industry as we speak. I'm in between. I mean, I
But
still do
non-cannabis. That's what I'm
like
saying.
certain.
Non-cannabis.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm getting into. My job.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
cook. I'm a cook at an Italian restaurant, and you know the the aura there is fucking. I mean, the morale there is fucking horrible, sort of, because everybody's miserable. Because you know why? We are a non-corporate place, and our boss won't pay shit. And but still, I'm still happy as fuck there. And it's probably because I'm always stoned. But I mean, and my wife works there too, and so that sort of makes it a little easier too, since I got her a job there. But mainly, I mean, I don't see this. I see this. I see maybe one or two servers there that actually love what they do, and that makes me so happy because it makes me feel like that was me.
Are they
Like
loving what they do, or do they love the community
they
that
love the
surrounds them?
community. They love the community, and they're happy. And they don't make great money at that job. It's a fucking Italian restaurant. It's not that. They don't make that good of tips, but they like what they do, and you could just
So would
tell
you
it's just.
say so community engagement, engaging
And
with
that's
your
the
direct
thing.
coworkers as coworkers? So look, you want a better community around you, you have to create it.
You
On
got to
high and
do team
empowered,
organizing things. You got to go out with your coworker. You got to bring them out.
that's
You
a
got
big
to
deal. I
get.
like that. You've got
Yeah,
to go out with your coworkers.
you have
Go
to,
out with
and
them. Go have, maybe have a little smoke, after
have
work.
a smoke
Maybe
instead of a
make
drink.
sure they
Yeah, let's go to
right.
Top Golf and fucking
Well,
smoke a joint. You know what I mean? Do something like that. Like, let's go hit a fucking bucket of balls and get ripped. Like I don't want to go to the bar. I want to just get stoned and chill. And that's the problem these days is it's still unaccepted, man. You can't just say I want to go home and smoke a joint. You know what I mean? Like, because if you do, people are gonna look at you like you're fucking a bad person.
no,
Not
no, 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 no,
not
no,
like that.
no, no. This is where I say the difference. No, I'm a voice of dissidence in this.
Oh,
I will
I
fight
am
it.
too. I don't give a
No,
fuck. Like,
I don't. I know you don't. But to be PC in our society, we are not to say it. But what? I'm going to go have a few glasses of wine tonight, or I'm going to go have a beer. Hey, all
Well, I'm just
right.
using examples
And
like
no,
my
I mean,
mother.
no, but that's okay. That's okay to say. But instead, I say it. I'm like, listen, I'll tell people, I'm like, listen, if anybody here is a pot smoker, let's go smoky,
Let's fucking
smoky,
go
yo.
get. Let's go
Yeah,
smoke.
if you like the sparky, let's go smoky. You sparky, we
And
smoky, let's
and
go. We let's I mean, I
that's
don't know. I don't care. I
that's
pull
where
out
I
a joint.
wish.
I'm like, oh, you know what? This would be good is if you had a lighter and I have a joint and we go step outside.
Or
And
you
you
have
know,
some bud and I have a paper and we roll it up and
right, right,
spark it.
absolutely. And this is how the community comes together. And they're like, you know, something I've got you. I've got you. I've got
There
like
you
something that I
go.
could turn into a paper. I've got
Hey,
a
let me
banana
tell you
leaf.
something too.
Occasionally you meet a MacGyver. Occasionally you will meet a MacGyver. Have you ever met a
Definitely.
MacGyver?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Totally, dude. I love MacGyver smokers.
Look,
Really
when
great.
you run into a MacGyver, this is a person who can do anything. I mean anything. He's like he could build a bong out of a paper toilet roller
Anything.
and bubble gum and wires from some place and he makes I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But a MacGyver can do it. You need it, they can do it. They'll
They
fashion
totally.
some shit. I've seen a guy grab a banana. He's like, listen, hold on. I've got this. Oh,
No, I
with a piece
hey,
of aluminum foil
and
at
I
the
love
one end of the
smoking out of
banana.
apples, bro. I love smoking out of apples.
I
Apples are my
smoked out of
favorite.
apples, out of
Yeah.
look, and that's the out of milk jugs where they've created a gravity bong in the
Gravity
bathtub.
bongs. Yep, I've done
And
it.
that was
We've all
serious.
done it.
That blew me away. That to me, that was pre-dabs. Doing
Yeah,
doing a
totally.
gra-
Remember knife
right?
hits, bro? Remember knife hits?
Yes.
Knife
You'd put the
hits were
knife and you'd heat
pre-dab.
it up
Yeah, that was, dude.
on the
You had to
circular
have good
electric
bud to
stove.
do that. Yeah, you had to have good bud to do that. You couldn't
You
do that
did.
with no fucking brickweed, no Reggie or
But
nothing.
that's what's wild right there. Look, that goes back. So
Because that
pre-dab hit.
means there was some terpenes that were burning on there. If that means there was some hash in the bud for that, what the nice to be able to heat it up and smoke like that, right?
Well, no,
Oh, you're
exactly.
so
It had to be
lucky.
icky sticky. Okay, wait. That's a big deal too in cannabis right now. If your bud is not hand trimmed, if it is not organic, if it is not icky sticky, then you cannot make tea from it. You cannot you cannot eat it raw. You could not use it in ways that like we could have used back in the day. You requires a good bud.
What you
So
could eat?
just throwing that out there.
What you could eat cannabis raw if it's hand trimmed? Are you kidding me,
Oh, dude, with those crystals still on there, it allows for that ooey gooey to stay within the bud.
bro? So if I ate
And
a whole eighth, I would be ripped.
no, no, no. If you chewed a couple buds at a time and you emaciate it in your mouth, turn it in emaciate, like you turn into
Okay.
juice. You turn it
Okay.
complete and just keep chewing and chewing and chewing and keeping it there and chewing it and keeping it there until it's like juice. It's totally juice. Then you
Right. Good for
swallow
your
it.
teeth too, right?
It's good for it's protein, it's fiber.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
swallow that. That right there, your body is decarboxylating it. Your body is
What?
you are now taking in
No way,
magnesium.
dude. So I'm gonna stop using RSO. Fuck it. I just found a
No,
way
no,
cheap
no, no. In combination. In
in combination.
combination.
Okay.
But if you're going to eat raw bud like that, you chew it until, I mean, you chew it until there's nothing left of it. And
I love the
then when
taste
you
of it.
swallow it, you're dealing with, you're not even dealing with THC yet. You're not even dealing yet with CBGA yet or CBG, which is the mother of all cannabinoids. And it's the beginning of the
Yeah, yeah.
decarboxylation process. But magnesium, manganese, omega-3, omega-6, and I think there's another couple like aminos right there.
I love
That
magnesium
is
too.
powerful. That is body changing. You chew that and swallow that, and that gets to your stomach, and you get enough of that in there, and that coats your stomach. So if you have gastrointestinal issues, Crohn's, IBS, I'm not
Damn.
saying it heals, but it coats. And in that coating, process and formation happens, and it can be misconstrued as healing. It can be healing. It could be body. It could be activating things in the body that say fucking heal me, because your body has the ability to fucking totally heal you. Totally.
Yes, it
If
does.
you direct it. So maybe that directs and activates those transmitters, those neurotransmitters, those CB1, CB2, and activation of the two of those can activate the CB3. That is what we don't teach and should teach. That's what we should talk about. Raw cannabis is a big fucking deal. Making tea with it is a big fucking deal.
I can't wait
And
to
it's
watch you play.
easy. It's easy. Customer service should be talking about this in cannabis.
Yes.
And they do not like this, not this. I've not heard this shit. Like, I
No.
mean, I don't hear this from anybody. I don't hear, one sec, my guilty pleasure over here, Dr. Pepper cream soda. Oh, so good. Just redonkulous. And of course it's bubbly. Wait, just, okay, good. Anyways, here's the thing. Customer service is such a big deal. It determines how I feel for the company. And so the company should look at customer service and see how they feel about the people. And that is a direct reflection of your company. Look, I earlier you asked about the future of it and how do we bring it? How do we bring that to regular retail? I wanted to swing everything back around. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, no. Actually, I just want to let you know I got to cut it short in like about 10 minutes, if you don't mind.
if you do I mind? You're gonna leave me in 10 minutes. It's okay. I'm gonna ramble
Sure?
on. I might end it. I might end it when
It's
you
just the
leave me.
kids.
No,
Kids
you have to go now? Are the kids, do you need to go now?
No. I got 10, 15 minutes, okay?
Dude,
At
I have
least.
kids. I understand.
Okay,
If
cool.
somebody cuts a finger off right now, I will have to cut the podcast short.
Okay.
Actually, we've already gone over an hour. So if we go over an hour, I mean, look, it's over. It's done. I mean, it's not done. This
Now
is
let's
where it
go.
all happens
Here,
now.
let's
This is
talk
where the
about the
show
future.
begins.
Now let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the
Okay, we'll
future.
talk about it,
Let
but
me
this is
back
where
the
the
call
show
up.
actually begins. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the future of cannabis. I'm going to be smoking some unicorn meat,
Is
some
that from
unicorn meat
Sanctuary?
crumble.
Is that from Sanctuary?
Look at that good eye right there. I haven't even
No, I
opened
just
it
know
yet.
unicorn meat. I just know unicorn meats from Sanctuary because they're
Crumble.
pretty good, man. Yeah, they're
Not
crumbles.
okay.
Good.
Just their concentrates and edibles
They're
are decent right
concentrates.
now.
Have you
And
tried
their
their new hash
edibles are not
sticks?
very strong, but they're cheap.
No,
And that's another thing that we talk about. And
and they're good on
their customer
terpenes.
service is good. They have
Yes,
good customer
yes,
service,
they do. They do. And
but
their terpene levels are really good, which is what I like.
yes, but they need to keep their flower back like it used to be. I mean, they used to
Dude,
have some pretty decent bud.
have you tried the
Look, I'm
mega
just gonna
runs
say it
from
like it
their
is. I'm
thing?
not, but
I
they have
like the
good
mega
people.
runs from there, but have you tried
Wait,
their
wait,
new
wait. Let's
hash
see it.
strips?
Oh,
Have you tried their
wait a
new hash
second. Look
strips?
at this. I don't know if you can see this.
Okay,
This
let me see it.
is the unicorn meat crumble.
Their crumble's good crumble. Look, you can tell.
Oh,
It's
oh,
definitely consistent. Yeah.
oh, it is. And it's
Here, hold on.
hot
Let me
out
pack a
here.
bowl. Hold on.
Yeah, you do
Let me
what you
pack a
got to
bowl.
do. I'm gonna load this bowl and talk about whatever because I just got all excited about this crumble here. So,
Here,
and
I'm
by the
packing a
way,
bowl
just
too.
in
Hold on.
case you don't see what I'm doing, of course, I'm opening up a unicorn meat crumble, and the crumble is a very very light color, and even in a hot humid climate, it is still quite crumbly. It glistens. It glistens in the light, and wow. Wow, I don't even know what smells I'm picking up on yet because my nose is a little clogged. But
Is that your first time smoking that batch?
the unicorn, this batch, yeah. I mean, no, I've smoked the flower, and
Oh, I've smoked
and
unicorn meat. I smoked it in concentrate too. It was really good, man. I liked it.
I'm going to be
I
using
think I
my
got it.
handy dandy little dabbing thingamabobby.
I think I got it in the deconstructed rosin that they have. Have you tried their deconstructed rosin? That's pretty good. Their deconstructed rosin.
A little expensive for my taste buds.
Yeah, I got it when it was 50% off. So
Okay,
it wasn't. Yeah.
see, that's what I'm saying. Certain things I don't buy because they are a
Well,
little too costly for me.
well,
And
I will throw out. There's a couple online sites that you can check out for deals. You can go to Dave's Daily Deals or Dave's Daily Cannabis Deals, and it will tell you all the discounts at every dispensary in your city every day.
Okay, so you know what's interesting? I look
What?
at a lot of those deal sites,
Okay.
and then I look at proximity and distance and timing and
Me too.
money, and then
Me
I'm like,
too.
you know something, fuck it. You know what I want? I'm serious. And Gold Flower, you better listen to me. I'm telling you,
I
I
want a
need
gold
delivery.
flower right near me.
I need
Bad.
delivery where I live. Look, if I can get, and this is straight talk, y'all. Straight
I'm so
talk.
lucky I get
Wait,
delivery
here,
here,
this
bro.
is a big
So
deal with
lucky.
customer service. If people are good to me over the phone, and if I don't have to go to a dispensary, if I don't have to spend gas, time, and effort, which is all a cost, time and
Their
effort.
delivery's awesome. You only got to spend
So
$50 and you get delivery.
all right. So Brandon is within the delivery region. I'm not. So I'm outside of Gainesville, and we don't get delivery out here. Now I've been working in the region, so I've been very lucky to be able to have the
Ocala is
privilege
close
of
to you.
getting.
Yeah.
And it's honestly the price. So the price, I may not be able to buy 4/8. I can buy 3/8.
Okay.
That's the difference.
See,
And
I'm
in
usually
that
about
difference,
2 or 3.
yeah, but wait a second. I look, I feel like I got so much bud out of this though. It was stupid crazy. The
Well,
Mount Hood magic, no bullshit. I opened it up, and that bud that I showed, I got 3 of those in this bag. It was 3 big buds, just like that. 3 big flipping buds
See, that's
that
some
I
of the
rolled
stuff you probably did
out
get
of
wrong.
one of those big buds. I rolled 2 joints.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. That's consistent bud right there.
See, last time when I did the show at night, and I was talking about fear. Look, I'm just a second ago, I heard some shit just kind of like sloshing through somewhere, and it could have been one of my kids because it's not that late. I look, I'm just keeping an eye out for what's going on around us. But that's the thing. Look, delivery. I think the future of the cannabis industry really is going to be delivery, and that means customer service.
To not have to leave your house, dude. It's great.
But that means customer service is going to make a resurgence. It has to.
It sucks because, like, if you have to work and see, that's why I like for Gold Flower, it doesn't suck because you can pick in between like different time frames. So you're fucking stoked. And they normally call you and say, hey, can we come early? Which is awesome because then you just wake up, go to the bank, get your money, and you're there.
See,
or
okay.
they bring the ATM. But
see, I'm jealous. Now you're making me really jealous because you get delivery and I don't. I have to drive. Now, my closest is Ocala, which is not that bad. Ocala is like a hop, skip, and a jump for me. And I heard soon they're going to be doing some delivery, but I'll tell you something. That's where customer service comes in to be the most important thing. Earlier, I mean, you said, how do we integrate it? And I was actually going to quickly state like the future of it and how I see what's going to happen, but how we need to change things. Look, quickly, because I know you said you got to go, so quickly I'm just going to run through them because you said the future of of customer service, AI, machine learning. They're looking right now. They're doing predictive analytics and anticipating customer needs. So computers, AI, is looking at us, and they are handling customer service because we, as people, for some reason, can't be nice to each other, can't be kind or calm on the phone. We can't. I don't know. Or companies don't want to pay people to talk to people to sell their product. Instead, they want to have a computer learn who you are, what you like, and push those products.
And that's it. Period.
I think we got disconnected for a moment. I think we're back now. But okay, that was like a quickie. Okay. It was like a quickie. Oh, wait.
A quickie. But no, that's period. You're right. I mean, it is.
All right, now we're back. It was like a quickie. It happened, and then it happened again.
It happened again. All right, we're good now? All right.
I don't know what's going on. It could be anything. Look, I could be going through like a cloud.
You got ghost over there?
Dude, we do. Oh, no, we do. That's what we talked about in last week's show. Last week's show, we talked about the ghosts that are here. Look, it's the skinny. We're not going to say the skinwalker. I just said the skinwalker. Of course I said it. Now that I said it, watch, there's be like, anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In that, look, the future of this, when we are looking at advantage, I think we lost.
I'm losing you again.
I, I I'm back. I'm back. Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
I think I'm back.
You're
Okay, I'm back. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
Either do I.
So I mean, I don't know. I think we need to have more self-service options. When I say that,
we do.
You know, in the future, that's what it's going to be. Regardless of how we look at it, AI is going to have more integration. We're going to have more self-service options, which I want somebody to check me out. When I go to Walmart, I'm always looking for somebody to check me out because I need that human interaction.
Yes.
And so, but they're gonna reduce that. I know. I mean, I think there's going to be more. There needs to be more of a focus on mental health training, training staff, training, you know, to deal with customers. But I think to deal with customers that are fed up with dealing with a computer, I think that's where they're going to be training people with mental health. Ethical practices need to be the top of the list. You know, I mean, companies need to practice ethical business.
There you go.
And
you said it.
we need to be empathetic. And a computer is not very empathetic.
Warren, what's happened to it, and you know it, I know it, and probably a lot of people listening know it, is money. Greed.
Well, that's what we were saying earlier. They're making things cheaper. They're making things easier.
Cares about only themselves, and then they don't care about the smaller people and the companies that are actually the face of their company. You know?
So what? It's community involvement. It's training. It's listening and feedback. It's transparent communication. It's all those things.
In the world. You know, I didn't get any training.
But what makes the company want to be that? What makes the company or that CEO want to take that path with his brand? Wants to take that path and be ethical, be real, be authentic, be fucking just a regular Joe and talk to the people, care for the people, care for their future, care for understanding that their lives are hard. Daycare is expensive. School is expensive. Braces are a fortune. And we work hard for what we get. So appreciate us so that we can sell you better. What does it take for them? But what does it take for them to make that switch? And what? The bigger corporations.
That's the biggest freaking question that will never, ever be answered.
Wait, no. I'll answer it for you. I'll truly answer it for you. You ready for this? Yeah. I hope everybody's listening. I know I can ramble on about shit occasionally.
We both could.
But right there, let me tell you what the real world can take from cannabis or from cannabis retail. Cannabis retail. Wait, while we say this, I'm gonna start my little pipey pipe. Boom, boom. Okay. So cannabis retail has tried really hard to be inclusive, to make sure they have diversity within their companies, within their practices, within their future, and within their education, and within their company motto. And many companies I've worked for, that has been like the front and center, I guess, goal and overall want from a perspective of caring from the company to their people. That's what they tried to push.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I've seen that from some companies, and they just do it just to do it because they're overdoing it. Cannabis in this market and others has overdone it to the point in some cases where you can tell when the company really doesn't care. But they're doing it to be part of something. They're doing it to show them, oh, we're community. Look, we're supporting or giving shit away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in that, cannabis has, wow, that unicorn meat. Beautiful. Anyways, cannabis has shown retail what's capable by including your company, in community. Cannabis has shown regular retail what, by focusing on creating a welcoming environment for their customers, because their employees in some places are happy because they love what they do. By creating an inclusive environment and by embracing diversity of all kinds, race, religion, creed, whatever it is, cannabis has opened its arms and says, we love you all. We don't care who you are. Just come work for us. Come sell our product. Come love it and talk about it. So regular retail needs to do that more. Regular retail needs to open up. Actually, I'm going to say this, which might be a little, I don't know why it would be controversial. I don't know why now even. Equal pay. Equal pay for men and for women, and for they, them, and however, whatever pronoun you want to have. Equal pay for everybody, no matter who you are. Equal pay. Appreciation that way. Pay commensurate with your experience and your ability and your what you give back to the company. There should be more reviews from companies. And so anyways, by the way, before you leave, I want to say, Brandon, thank you for coming on this evening after a hard day at work. And we're doing a pre-taping, by the way, if you have not guessed it yet. I'm sure you've guessed it, but thank you. I know you're up and you worked your ass off, and here we are, hour and a half in, and it's just, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome. I want people to meet you. You're fantastic. I hope you get back in the industry soon, and because your energy in the cannabis industry is what's required to keep other people happy. Your energy kept those people smiling that were working with you, and when you left, that same energy was not there. That same smile wasn't there, and people came in and they could feel, that frequency is gone. So you bring a frequency to the table, and that made them feel comfortable, that made them buy more, made them purchase more through your guidance, through your reassurance, even just your voice. So people would come in. There was a young lady in a wheelchair. I was standing there once in a particular location you were working in, and I was overseeing, just checking shit out, looking at what's going on. And there's a young lady that came in a wheelchair, very hip hop, very, very, very awesome. And as she came in, just Brandon looked over and he said her name, and he shouted it out, out the thing, like, and just welcomed her as she came in the building. And it was just, and her eyes lit up. I mean, I could see as she rolled in, before he saw her, she was just kind of sitting there in the waiting room, and she just looked like the day, the day is such a rough day. Everybody sucks. This sucks. That sucks. Oh my God, I just need some weed. I just need to buy some shit. And then Brandon screams from across the room or from across the counter and welcomes her. And now her face lights up. Her eyes got big. Her boyfriend or husband came in, or whoever was accompanying her, also dressed very similarly. See the shit I remember? I'm just saying, I remember individual things. And so I'm watching. And then there was another dude that was watching from the right, the entire interaction between you and them, like a Puerto Rican kind of guy. I don't know. I'm not trying to be, but he was like, hey, hi, Barjo. And he was kind of dancing his way over to be part of that energy. If you remember, if you remember the situation, and I remember it, he was in a pickup line to my right, and somehow he salsa'd. He did like the salsa right in front of me, across, my way, and then right over to this group. And I'm standing there watching this, going, that's the energy this motherfucker just brought to the table. That right there just made this guy and this girl and this guy and this couple people now coming in feel like community, feel good about maybe a little uncomfortable situation. Coming into a cannabis dispensary can be a little stuffy, a little uncomfortable. People don't want to be seen or known or anything of that nature. And when you are welcomed like that, it all drops. And you're like, that's right. We're all the same under the leaf. How are you? I know you smoke, I smoke. I'm coming to buy some shit. All right. Oh, I feel better. Okay. I'm not just buying it from some kid. I'm buying it from somebody who gives a shit, and he recognizes me. And that means the world to a patient, to a customer, to a friend. Dare I say it? We may not hang out with these people, but for that moment, we are their confidant. We are their friend. We are the ear that they need right then, that nobody else would give them. And what can regular retail be? They can be that. They can give a shit again. They could be a little bit caring about their product, about the end product that you get.
Yep.
And that's in the feeling of your experience. Your life is full of experience. That's what it is. It's nothing but experience. And in that, your experiences are shaped by your customer service. So, integrating community involvement, personalization, customer education, and creating trust, a bond. That's what regular retail can do to regain that pre-COVID customer service attitude.
There you go. You said it. Well, Oren, thank you so much, man, for having me. It's been freaking awesome, man. I really enjoyed getting stoned
You're
with you.
freaking awesome.
You're awesome.
You
know that? Hey,
yeah.
I really
No,
enjoyed getting stoned with you.
I don't. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I don't. No, it's you. And it's people like you that make me awesome. It's people like you and your energy, your love for the plant, for the people, for the community. I'm serious. It's people like you that energize me and put me in a positive frequency that I'm able to visit doctors, dispensaries, smoke shops, do events and festivals because of people like you. No bullshit. And I appreciate you. Thank you. And hopefully I could find you a gig again that
everybody
appreciates
out there,
you.
Smoke one, Orange, smoke one. Thank you so much, man, for having me. And yeah, we're keeping in touch. This is going when? Wednesday, you said?
Well, this will go Wednesday live on LinkedIn and Facebook, the Insta. I got to plug this in because it'll probably soon go haywire. Right, there we go. On the Insta, on the Twitch, on the page. I don't know. It goes to places.
It goes live at what time? It goes live at what time?
It goes live. Oh, this doesn't need it. It goes live at 12 noon, nooning at the noon.
12 noon on your Facebook channel.
I just had to plug that in, see if that's working. Good. Yeah, it goes on my Facebook, my YouTube, also on Dualistic Unity, which this is a good time to kind of throw out the Dualistic Unity troubleshooter, just to have it out there for a moment if you want to scan a QR code and learn a little bit more about Dualistic Unity. So Dualistic Unity it's the dualism of life, the non-dualism of life. It's non-duality. It's duality and non-duality. You got to listen to them. It's a really interesting podcast. And it really does teach you to look at things with a different perspective. For example, I came in to this months ago with the whole phase of positivity and sometimes false positivity. I still believe in my positivity and in my approach to things. But I'm also willing to admit that sometimes my positivity can be confused by my enthusiasm, because I am not necessarily a positive person. I am a real person. I tell you real shit. I don't fucking sugarcoat it. And I'm going to break it down for you exactly how things are supposed to be. But my enthusiasm for life is very positive. And it's very much so in a positive direction. So I, through the show, have understood myself differently and been on a quest of authenticity. So check out Dualistic Unity. Really awesome people.
Can you send me that link privately? Because I couldn't scan it because I had my phone that I'm on with.
It's okay. I will. No, I will. I will send you. I'm looking right now. I'm just looking at all the different links that I could put up there where you subscribe. You can, they like to get to know their audience. And I'll put that right there. Oh, no, I hit it. I put it there and I hit it. I was like, there you go. No, I take it away. But
All right.
anyways, look, thank you. I appreciate you being here. You're awesome.
Oren, thank you
And
so much, man. Hey,
dude, you've
Oren,
been
have a great
fantastic.
night.
You'll have
Thank
to
you
come join
so
us
much.
again. You'll have to come join us
Yes.
again on our virtual smoke sesh. This is
No,
our time.
I love
I
getting
love this is
stoned
a good
with you,
time
man.
for us to get together. I love this.
It is.
Great
Yeah,
time.
let's do it again, man. Whenever you want me, man, I'll be on. Let me know.
I thank you.
Peace out,
I
brother.
thank you.
Peace, Oren.
Peace.
Have a good night.
I hear them calling you in the background. Go.
Yeah, they are. I know, right?
You're lucky. You're lucky you had this long.
Yeah, they're calling me already. You know.
Hey, thank you again. I appreciate it. So on the show, Brandon, fantastic. He's
Thank you
been in
so much,
customer
Oren. Have a
service,
good
look,
night.
his whole life. Hey, thank you. And you can stay. Look, you don't have to go. I mean, if you don't want to go, but I understand.
No, I have to.
But look, he's been in customer service his whole life. And in that, he's done it right. He's done it right because he gave a shit. He's done it right because he's approached it from the heart. He cares. That makes the biggest difference in the world. An employee who cares, who puts themselves into it, that's customer service. But what we get right now is quite the opposite. What's been going on now is quite the opposite. He asked, how do we change it? How do we bring it back? How do we get back customer service? So I decided one more joint, or maybe part of a joint, and then we'll be done. But how do we get customer service back? We talked about it. It's integrating some of the things that cannabis has done. Cannabis has had to go ultra inclusive, ultra diversity. And within that, it has paved the way for so many different cultures. I heard something. It paved the way for so many different cultures to be part of something. Pride events. Before the cannabis industry, I very rarely saw companies really involving themselves in pride. Like so many big companies were ashamed. A couple of big ones, not very many. Do I think it should be applied to a beer company? No, wrong approach. Wrong approach. I mean, you need a product that is for everybody. I mean, is beer for everybody? It is. It is. And that's what I think the message was, that everybody was Bud Light, for example. And they did a campaign that just backfired in certain ways. But it should have gone better because they were just trying to be inclusive. They were just trying to be community. They were trying to be better, but maybe they were going too far too fast. Maybe a little too much within the realm of being better. Companies can do that. You can go too far. You can go too much. You can want too much, or you can have somebody that's very innovative. And this is the direction we're going. We're going to take this chance. Here we go. You ready? Boom, boom, boom. No. Look at your crowd. Check out your demographic. Don't just jump into some shit. You've got to be smarter than that. Look at the numbers. Wow. So cannabis has opened its doors and its arms and its heart in cannabis medical retail here in Florida, for example, and in other communities that I've worked in, to a very diverse workforce, from the oldest that I have seen in any workforce anywhere. I mean, hiring somebody in their late 70s, possibly early 80s. I'm not kidding you. A certain company here in Florida has been very progressive in their hiring process. Okay, great. They're not the friendliest people. I mean, you can't work these people hard. You can't put them on a full shift of working that they're, holy shit. I'm surprised they're standing that long. And by the end of the shift, I'm surprised they're still standing the next day. But diverse. And it's smart. If they want to work the job, hire them. If they can, if they're kind, if they're good people. Not mentioning any people, but I've dealt with some incredibly strange customer service at the stores. of diverse age groups. Now they're also hiring uneducated and very young with some companies. Again, I guess it's their approach, their overall motto of business that they approach the industry with. So cannabis, its openness, regular retail will benefit from the deeper engagement to be part of local communities, to be open. And since cannabis companies, I've seen more companies jumping into Pride, more companies wanting to be part of Pride. I see it online, like on LinkedIn, for example. They have like the Pride thing, or other sites have. But is that enough? I mean, I think it's great. I think this is everybody, but it should, you should be, regardless of the time of the month that they give you to celebrate your holiday or creed and religion or whatever it is. You should celebrate it every day. You should celebrate it every moment of your life. You shouldn't be given a month or a day or a fucking hour or marginalized during a time of the year. Celebrate you. Celebrate your energy and your frequency every single day. Don't ever be marginalized because you are amazing. You are incredible. You are fantastic. But that is how we need to approach it. And some companies are approaching that with the everyday feel. Cannabis companies are approaching it with the everyday feel of celebrating you. So regular retail can do that. Customer education. So I do customer education. I do doctor education. I teach the endocannabinoid system, cannabinoids and terpenes, and the combination of things, the combination of cannabis and, good health, eating practices, changing the fats in our body, different forms of cannabis use to better benefit our medical side, like eating it raw, juicing it, making tea. And they all have specific benefits in specific ways with specific strains, high and specific cannabinoids. That's what, look, it just needs a little bit of love and direction. And people are like, oh, that just makes sense. But I do education. So within education, advocacy, look, providing customers with more information and education about products, about healing, about the future, about education of education. You want to expand more and learn more here. Here's resources. But here's what we're offering. Here's the education behind this and how it can work as a community, as a product, as a blah, blah, blah. But there should be that. There should be the time for that. We need to personalize it. We need to personalize it beyond AI shopping personalization, beyond AI saying, okay, this is what you shop, this is what you like, this is what you buy, this is what we're going to sell you, and then how we're going to sell it to you, because this is how you want to be sold. I want people, educated people with empathy, understanding that I'm not just a number, and neither are they. They are special. I am super, super high from this Mount Hood magic. And that little bit of unicorn meat. Wow. I have to say, and I'm just going, I mean, I'm probably gonna put this out in a second. Wow. Now, in this, and in these words that I've said, creating trust is the biggest one. And I said this earlier, but it's building a sense of trust, not just with customers, not just a reliability with them, but with your people. I think as listeners, you should understand that yes, we need and want more from our buying experience. We do. Look, since COVID, now this has been the big change though. Before COVID, customer service was doing pretty good. And I mean it, I felt it. People felt it. Things were good. They were okay. They needed improvement in some places, but as a whole, people I think were pretty happy. And then COVID hit. And customer service tanked for a variety of different reasons. somehow we then wanted more from our companies that we were buying from. We wanted more as far as involvement from the companies we were buying from. And during COVID, they started giving us less. I know, wild. Oh, that right there is a guilty pleasure. That's Dr. Pepper cream soda, just delicious, delicious stuff. Nectar of the gods right there. So, um, but yeah, they gave us less. We wanted more, and that's what COVID created in us, wanting more from the companies we buy from, wanting more involvement in their product, in their brand, in their vision. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Vision. Couldn't think of it. I was totally like blah blah. But that's it. Their vision, and they need. So I think as listeners, as community, as purchasers, as customers, we need to almost demand that authenticity. We need to hold companies accountable for poor customer service, for poor attitudes, because it shapes their product. Be specific, be kind when you call. Understand that who you're talking to probably doesn't care. I mean, you want to be heard, so be heard. And if a company does not have a call to action to change their ways, then maybe that product shouldn't last. Maybe that company's vision isn't true. What can we do as individuals in this day of digital? We have the reach that we've never had. We have the voice that we've never had before. So use it. Use it in a positive way for positive change. Don't 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 just bring people down. Show them how they can bring themselves back up. Show them why they were wrong. Show a company why they're wrong and where they can really change. I mean, these companies know they're trying too hard. They're trying to get your attention because that's what they need. They need your attention for their product. But your attention comes from their love of their product, their love of being part of your life, because that's what their product is. It's part of your life. I feel we need to look at customer service deeper. Deeper. We need to talk to the people who we call. Find out what their names are. Call them by their name. Relax a moment and say, okay, so do you use the product? Are you part of the company like that? Are you just a paid employee? Just answer some questions. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. You don't have a lot of pull. You're here to basically just take information. Just follow their lead, but give them a little bit more. All right. Well, look, I just want to let you know I think you're doing a great job. I know it's hard out there, and I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing, even though it's an unsung, unthanked job. And so I appreciate anything you're capable of doing. Now, anytime I've ever said that to anybody, and I've thanked them before really things have gotten started, things have always ended up pretty good. I mean, at least in a positive direction. So that's how I look at customer service. It's a two-way street as well. You've got to be kind and positive. You've got to bring a good frequency to the call. I mean, if you come to the call mad and frustrated and on fire, well, then I think that's the energy that we picked up on. And that's the energy that's going to be, I called a candy company the other day. It wasn't the other day, it was a couple months ago. And I was just really mad. The candy, I'll tell you what it was. It was Kit Kat. I picked up a Kit Kat and I ate this Kit Kat and it did not taste like Kit Kat. Like I love Kit Kat. I love Kit Kat. There's something about the chocolate flavor of a Kit Kat that I just love. And I love the crunch. I love the wafer. I love the chocolate. Shut up. I love it. It didn't taste like a Kit Kat. So I was like, okay, all right. I can put it down. I bought another one. Not that same day, but another day, I stopped again. And because I love Kit Kat so much, I give it another chance. Still did not taste like a Kit Kat. And the company had to have changed something, went cheap, because the chocolate tasted cheap. The chocolate always had the texture, a certain texture, but now it was plasticky, flavorless to me. Not like it was even real sugar anymore. And I called and complained. Oh, I called to talk to somebody and ask questions and see if they changed something, or it could have been through packaging. It was from two different locations I bought it, and since I travel a lot, it was actually two pretty far locations from each other by the time I actually bought another Kit Kat. So it was a really good testing radius. And I figured, they gave a shit, and a shit they did not give. I mean, what was I expecting? Oh, sir, we're going to make big changes. No, they're like, no, nothing's been changed. I did get to talk to somebody after a period of time, and they said nothing's been changed, and it could have been done in packaging or how it's been kept or the heat or the this or the that. And I listened to all those things. I said, it's a possibility. So after that call, I felt railroaded a bit, and it had been some time, and I bought another Kit Kat, and it tasted like shit. And that made me feel terrible inside, that one of my favorite candies were never going to be the same again. And customer service didn't really care. They knew. They were probably told. Maybe they weren't told. Maybe they don't have any information whatsoever, and they usually don't. They're just told to, and there probably was a million calls like me, or whatever. But I don't eat Kit Kats anymore because their chocolate isn't what it used to be. There's a lot of products actually I don't eat anymore because they're just not who they used to be. It doesn't taste the same. And that's a big deal. You look for quality in who you choose to spend your money on. And through time, you stop being a consumer of certain products because the quality is no longer there. So that's why I take quality very seriously. When I talk quality, it's a big deal. Quality in the people as well. Educate your people. Love your people. Love them. Let them know that their time that they're bringing to you, to your company, it means everything. Everything. It means the world to you. That's what they've got to know. Let them know that their hard work, they're standing on their feet for hours on end and dealing with hundreds of customers, sometimes angry. What was that? I got stung earlier. I got stung like 6 times by like hornets. Tore up my hand. It looks pretty good now. I put a balm on it, a CBD CBG balm. It had some THC, and actually, look, they were stinging me right around here, and I don't know if you still see, but like nothing, almost like nothing. I see maybe one spot that's still right, but no, nothing. Looks beautiful. I'm telling you, as a topical, that did a fantastic. Took care of the stings. Not at the time though. That shit hurt. At the time, that was like super painful. So, anyways, I see I'm coming to the 2-hour mark. I'm just going to ramble on here. It was great to have Brandon on. He's a good kid. He really, look, he's a hard worker. And that's what we need more of. We need people like him that put themselves into the company, into the people that are part of the company, that are part of his direct reach. And that energy helps change their energy, which helps change sales. So if you can at least infuse 1 or 2 people like that to help start changing, the overall vibe in a place. Wow. The results that happen because the vibe has been changed. And you have to reinstill that in those people constantly. Like every couple of weeks, you gotta find new initiatives to keep them excited, but also to have them keep other people excited. It's the involvement. And let them know to be whoever they want to be, to be exactly how they want to be. Don't hold them back. Let them be part of their community and their vibe and their energy as part of your company. Again, I'm talking to non-cannabis here, even cannabis, but non-cannabis. How can you change it? How can we get back that customer service that we had before COVID happened? Before people stopped giving a shit, stopped feeling included or as part of something, and all of a sudden that need of inclusiveness. Now, that need of extreme inclusiveness. Oh my God, I'm just going to tell you, I just scared the shit out of myself. I'm so fucking high that I just scared myself. There's windows on the other side of us here, and I look up and I saw my reflection, but I didn't know it was my reflection. So I looked up and then I looked down away from it, right? And I didn't look back. And I wanted to look back again to see if I saw the same image, but it's me. And so I just scared myself. That's when I know I've smoked too much. I start scaring the shit out of myself. It's like I should know better. Look, there I am. But then wouldn't it be freaky if somebody like just popped up on this window? It's like I would. Now I'm looking around. See what I do? I scare myself. I did this, I think, last week. I scared the shit out of myself and I was done with the podcast. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm scaring myself. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. But that's it. Customer service. I mean, I do talk about it a little bit here and there on my shows, how important I think it is, but it is. Your people are happy, your product will be happier to the people they're selling it to. Interpret that however you want to. Take care of your people. They'll take care of you. Let them know you're taking care of them. Don't be like, hey, look at all the things I'm doing for you. No. Be authentic. Be real about your want to give back to people because of the hard work they're doing for you. So be real. That does wonders when people feel that. Cannabis, it's been a little more authentic from different companies, depending on who you work for. And it shows in the people. So when you see true smiles on these people's faces, it's because they're happy. They want to help. That's priceless. You that comes from the want to be part of something. That's what non-cannabis retail needs to do. Make that want again, that excitement for people to be involved with their lives and your product. It's for them to open their hearts to you and your vision, your morals, your ethics into their lives. So, okay, I don't know how much of the topic we've talked about it today, but we've talked about it. And that's important that we've talked about the topic. I want people to know. I want you to be good to each other. It's not hard. We make it hard. And I want to talk simple. I've been thinking about this in the back of my head the whole time. And customer service is because the reason it's so bad is because people aren't good to each other. You call customer service hating this person that you don't even know, already angry because you feel they have wronged you. Be kind to people. I mean, I know it can seem like it's a lot to ask, but remember, they have a life and they're dealing with shit. Be kind. Being kind changes the world. Being kind, can soften the hardest of hearts. So that's my ending sentiment for the High and Empowered podcast. Just stop and think what it would be like to be in somebody else's shoes. And just be kind to them. Understand that their life may not be easy. And they're dealing with their own problems, their own circle of chaos. And then here at work, now they're dealing with yours. Befriend them. Be happy. Not happy. I mean, if you're upset about a product, I'm upset about a product. I'm calling with some energy. But not energy towards the person. Because immediately I let them know, hey, listen, really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. Take your time. No, don't rush. Don't rush. Do it. Just do what you got to do. Thank you so much. You know, appreciate people. Thank them. It's not an approach that they get very often. And I assure you, the outcome will be much sweeter than it would have been with a harsh, mean attitude. Be thankful for the help that you receive. That's all. And be kind to the people around you. Always know that people are going through something. You're powerful. You're amazing. You're capable of creating, manifesting, visionary, life-changing things for you and those around you. Be the positive frequency and ripple in the pond. Be the positive ripple that changes the lives around you in a positive direction, in positive flow, in good vibes, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to call it positivity, don't. Call it good vibes. You don't want to call it that, don't. Call it great frequency. You call it what makes you happy, but you be it that changes those around you. And with enough change, the world changes. We bring goodness and kindness and happiness back to conversations and back to people, back to dealing with personal interactions. Not AI, not computer. It's good for some things. But we still need people. We still need kindness. We still need love. I told you I can ramble on forever. I'm going to leave it at that. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Be kind. Have a great night or morning, afternoon, rest of your day. Wherever your day is going to be you. Be amazing. Be fantastic.